My name is Abriana Stewart-Height. During my time at GRASP, I was a Ph.D. student in the Department of Electrical and Systems Engineering. My faculty advisor was Daniel E. Koditschek, Alfred Fitler Moore Professor of Electrical and Systems Engineering. I graduated in 2023. I chose my research focus because originally I was kind of torn between doing kind of legged robotics research and doing rehabilitation robotics research, because in my mind I really want the research that I do in robotics to have a broader impact. I really want to work on robotics research that improves the lives of people, whether directly or indirectly. And so I was trying to figure out a way to kind of combine these two interests that some people would say are kind of in different spectrums and don't really overlap. But I felt like there had to be a way for them to overlap. That way I could be co-advised by not only Dr. Daniel E. Koditschek, but also Dr. Michelle J. Johnson, who does phenomenal work in rehabilitation robotics. And what I came up with was limb damage in legged robots. When you work with robots, you quickly find out that they will break and they will fall and they will do things that you're like, I know for a fact I didn't tell you to do this, but this is what's happening, so this is what I'm dealing with. With legged robots, they kind of just die. And if they die and they're, in an environment that's remote, like Mars or in a nuclear power plant, robots should be able to have this survival mode and be able to get themselves to a place of safety. That way we don't lose them completely, because not only are you losing the machine and all the hard work that was put behind creating this machine and programming this machine, but you're also losing very valuable data that could have been used to help further along some very important research with broader impact.
Motors.
I chose GRASP because I was interested in robotics, and I knew I wanted to do my Ph.D. in robotics because I worked in a robotics lab at the University of Maryland College Park, and I had a really great experience, and I felt like that was the research area I wanted to go into. And so when I was looking up universities that had really good robotics research labs, I came across GRASP. GRASP being at the University of Pennsylvania, being in my hometown of Philly. I really do love the city, my family is here, and so it gave me the opportunity to kind of come back and do this rigorous program, but in a community that I'm comfortable in and I know I would be supported in. The majority of the outreach that I've done has been outside of GRASP. Outreach, community service has been a very large part of my life since as far as I can remember. When I moved back to Philly, I immediately got involved in the National Society of Black Engineers Philly Professionals chapter, and we have a lot of STEM outreach activities that we do with K through 12 children, but we also actually do outreach in the community. So I've participated in the Bethesda project and Penn engineering in general. I've talked to parents about different ways in which they can get their child involved in STEM and keep them involved in STEM, because it does take a village. A child could have an interest in engineering, but if they don't have a support system around them that kind of feeds that curiosity and that interest, they'll lose it. I've learned how to network and kind of talk to people about my research in a way that I don't have to explain the specific technical details to get them interested in it. I will also be taking away, just like I said, the community that I've built here, especially not just at Penn, but just associated with Penn, because there are so many alumni or collaborators, people who've come to give talks that I'm now connected with. And it'll be really great in my future career to just have those connections, even if it's just to have coffee at a conference and just talk. But just being myself wholeheartedly and always showing up as myself and being very honest about my background, my capabilities, my motivation, my interests outside of robotics and how that affects the work that I do in robotics. Always being authentic at the end of the day and not trying to mold myself into what stereotypically is a roboticist or an engineer or what people traditionally have done. And one thing about research is about innovation, and so just because that's how things used to be done doesn't mean it needs to be done like that, or it can't be modified so that it could be better.